What's going on, everybody? Gentleman94 here. Welcome back to Sci-Fi Wednesdays. We are here with the Bandai 1/72nd scale A-Wing, and we are getting so close to getting this thing finished up, everybody. I'm really excited to see how it turns out. So today, just a quick update for you guys, a couple little cleaning house type things we got to do. We're going to work on the guns, get those tips on each of those right and left guns. We're going to paint up the base, we're going to paint up the stand, we're going to paint the gun turret, and we're going to cover the entire A-Wing in a coat of future. That's going to prepare us for next episode when I'm hoping to weather everything, get those decals on. Now the base we're just going to go ahead and paint with a light gray by Vallejo, nothing too fancy. Same thing with the gun turret. We can come back later, highlight everything with a nice wash. But before we do any of that, I'm going to start with those guns. We're going to get those cleaned up, get those ready for paint, because that's kind of the next step and the last thing on the A-Wing we have to install. While that first coat of white is drying on the guns, we're going to turn our attention over to the light gray here for the gun turret, then base, and the stand. I'm going to just shoot that right through the airbrush about 30 psi, and hopefully that should be good enough coverage. Okay, let's go ahead and switch gears over to the pilot. Now, I have to admit, I don't really paint pilots all that well. I don't really work on pilots or figures. I usually keep those away, keep those out of the models so that I can see the cockpit, see all the detail. This, unfortunately, well, we got to put them in. So we're going to try our best to give this a nice, decent paint job. We're going to use just some basic colors on this. Much like the A-Wing, we have only a few colors to use. We have black, we have off-white, we have a kind of a field green, and we have flesh color with a little bit of gray for an undercap. That's it. That's really all we have to do. So let's go ahead and get the brush out, see what we can do. I mean, what do we got to lose, right? Fingers crossed. So the pilot turned out decent enough. It's not 100% great or perfect, but it's going to pass. While that's drying now, we're going to move our attention over to the guns. I want to go ahead and paint the tips of these that whole red color. So we're going to take a little strip of that Tamiya tape. We're going to wrap it just on the outside of that front muzzle brake. Then we'll use some blue painter's tape on the rest of that white section to go ahead and protect it from overspray. Should be good enough. Shouldn't be any trouble whatsoever. So I'm going to throw that blue tape on there as well, and hopefully this will be enough. We're going to go ahead and paint this off camera because, well, it's a pretty simple job. We're going to use a whole red, drop it in that airbrush, thin it up just slightly. We should be good to go. So I painted the guns off camera, so we're going to turn our attention over to future. I'm going to go ahead and overcoat the entire A-Wing with a nice coat of future floor polish. This looks beautiful, guys. I have to tell you, I love how this looks, but we're going to call it quits for today. We got a lot of drying to do. So next episode, we're going to come on back. We're going to get some weathering done. We're going to get this thing hopefully finished up, do some washes, get those decals ready to go. And that will be that for this beautiful little fighter. So until next time, guys, please go out, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something crazy, and we'll see you back here next week on Sci-Fi Wednesdays. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you soon.